Want to bring him in?
Yeah, you want to bring both our friends in?
Friends. You know Jeff Dye.
I don't know.
I don't like him.
You don't?
I'm kidding. He's great. Come on, bring him in.
All right. I'm trying. I don't want it to get up and like. Can they see it?
Yeah.
Bert.
Bite.
Come on in. Tell Jeff Dye to come in. There he is.
Shadow
Bert,
Steven.
tell Jeff he can come in too.
Yeah, come on in.
Don't
Yeah.
not. We walked into the camera.
Yeah, careful.
Shit.
Careful with my phone back there. My phone.
Now the shot's
Don't step
all-
on my phone.
Where was this? Was this you?
I'm gonna have to get up and change it now, Bert.
Whoa, did he bump it?
Yeah. I mean, you could just walk by it. It's not.
Yeah,
at
take a
this,
seat. It's fine. We'll
at
fix
this
it.
point, it's all fucked up.
Fucking closet?
Yeah,
It's a
that's
stupid-
how I've lived for a long time. All right,
Yeah.
good. I'm kidding.
All right,
Gay joke. Jeez, am I predictable?
Do we have
Biggest episode ever. If that's what you got that announcement.
What?
You
Of
said
this
you've
show?
been living in a closet.
Oh, if I
forever.
announce
That was
it
the
on
big
this show,
announcement.
no, fucking, I bought new
Biggest
shoes to be more surprising to the fans.
Yeah.
Wait, do we have cans? Cans or headphones?
No, we have.
Oh, no.
Well, that's very insider of you.
Yeah,
I
that
love
would-
when Bert talks inside
Showbiz
radio.
talk.
Yeah.
It really is. You've been around.
Cans. How are my levels?
Biz short for show business.
Don't worry about
Have you hit record?
What are you talking?
I'm
We're
doing
doing the
Insider.
show.
I'm doing
Good
Insider
stuff.
stuff.
That's
you-
fucking good
thanks,
stuff. That's
Jim.
the new Bert. He's got shoes on. He's got like boots. He's got a shirt. This is the new fucking Bert.
Yeah.
Different branding. Diet Coke. And I'm
Right,
not
he's not-
blackout hammered like I was Sunday night.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
this
you-
is good.
2 days ago, you came in here drunk and in flip flops.
Yeah.
And today you've got like cowboy boots and a Diet Coke and your Go watch on. Like, hey,
Something
fellas.
happened.
All grown up.
Something something happened the other night. He got drunk. He was driving. He killed a child. So now he's trying to look like he's got great shoes on. And look, no, this is
By
the
the
new
way,
Bert.
What a
Bert
great
get-
silver lining. You know?
Bert getting drunk and killing a child would be about as surprising as you coming out of the closet.
They both
So
do. Yeah,
when-
exactly.
No, if I
different.
killed a child, I think everyone would be like, for real? Like,
really?
Yeah.
Not if it was
But-
on accident with a car.
Right. Nobody.
That's what he
I
suggested.
don't drink and drive. I always take Ubers.
Nobody.
Yeah.
If you got drunk and started driving and killed a child by mistake,
Obviously, I wouldn't do it on purpose.
nobody. What? That's the thing. If you did it
Yeah.
on purpose, people would be like, "What the?
That's
wh-
off
Bert?"
brand.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But if you did it by mistake, people would be like, you know what I mean? Like,
I often think about that, like, 'cause you know
Oh,
that
no.
theory.
That's disgusting. You're not jerking off, are you? Oh.
No, the idea that bad press is all press is good
I
press.
hate
Right.
that antidote.
that's true.
It's the
And
dumbest antidote ever.
So my therapist and my wife kind of joined in, and they were like, "You need to start flying with marijuana." Because once, like, I don't know if you noticed this, but once X-Pac and I got high the other night, I was done drinking. Like, as soon as I get high, I'm done drinking.
Oh, I thought they meant so you got arrested and there was a story.
No.
I swear that's why they were going.
I said to
Yeah,
my wife,
that's
I'm
what
panicking,
You
and
said
I
bad press.
go, I can't do this. And she goes, why? I said, baby, what if, like, they catch him? What if TSA finds it? She was like, you get arrested, you get another 30 minutes out of it. That's great for us. And it's great
Wow.
press.
Oh, I
That's
love
it.
the fact she wants you to fucking Midnight Express it. Look,
Yeah.
for a couple of years you go over there. A guy who looks like Roland Campos fucking throws you against the wall.
Yeah.
We'll be fine, honey.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
That's a great wife.
Yeah, but
She's
I
she's
didn't.
putting
I
the
didn't.
business first.
Yeah.
Try to guess why I didn't do it.
Fear?
Nope.
Butt was too tight.
No, this
You
is a
smoked
comedian
all the pot
question.
up.
Nope.
Why you couldn't do it?
I was afraid I'd lose my TSA pre-check.
You know what?
And that is
Great.
so valuable to me.
It's there's nothing better than walking by all those people with their dumb luggage.
Oh, yeah. Wait, do you guys have the clear thing? Do you guys do that?
I've had it, but then they came out of all these airports, and now they're back. I think San Francisco and a few other ones has it.
Yeah.
What's clear?
Fly
It's
clear.
I just got global entry. I've been doing comedy for 13 years. I just got it, so now I can skip by. And then at the airport, they're like, oh, that's shut down because it's late at night. But do you have clear? I was like, no, what's clear? It's a new thing I got to get.
It's worth doing. It's a
Am I
fingerprint
queer?
thing.
Fine. To pass this line.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever you
You know?
need.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
No, we had clear, but I think they went out of business at one point, or they were struggling. It was like $100 for the year. Me and Kenny had it, and they remained in a few airports. But having both does not hurt. But global entry is amazing when you're coming back from Canada.
Oh, my gosh.
Fucking rules, man.
Yeah.
Is it like JetBlue, even more speed?
Is that their slogan?
That's all I get is even more speed. If you sit in an exit row, you get to go in front of some of the people.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's not quite. I don't think it's quite
See,
clear.
I'm gonna
you can
trump.
do it.
I'm gonna trump all you guys right now.
Entering the U.S. with the global entry is great from any country, not just Canada.
By the way, Bert Kreischer is here,
Oh yes.
and Jeff Dye is here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome, fellas.
Oh, I should have fired out a witticism when you said I'm going to trump people. I should have said something. Try it again.
Right.
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna trump everyone in
Uh-oh, we're fired. Go ahead.
That's the.
You know,
That's where you
Is he
went.
going to grab us?
yeah.
That's you went to the fire.
Yeah, you going to
Sam,
grab our
stop
dune
looking at
anners?
me.
Keep it clean. Keep it
Watch
clean.
out.
Yeah, that's at least that's a little topical.
What'd he say?
Sam, stop taking a knee.
Oh,
Because Trump's
pretty
all,
good.
Yeah,
That's cruel.
but you like yours.
Which one I do? Oh, fire. Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. He went non-political.
Absolutely, I kept it light.
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. Jim's like the Megyn Kelly of radio. He's done with politics.
I like that.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Megyn Kelly is.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
she's
go on.
very hot.
Is she?
Yeah.
Jim said that with the deadest eyes I've
Yeah.
ever.
Exactly. Oh, I meant Ray Kelly.
So,
The girl who works with Michael Yo on his E Entertainment show. We were just looking at her.
Yeah,
name
she's
is Simon. She is.
Her name is
fucking-
Simon?
Yeah, Angela
What'd she say?
Johnson was just here. And
Is that who that was there?
Yeah,
Oh, I never met Angela Johnson. She's very popular on YouTube.
she's very. Yeah, she's. I met her one time. She didn't remember me. And Jeff and I were just talking about how sometimes you'll meet comics, they won't remember you and they'll blow you off, and how sometimes that can hurt our feelings. And then she literally walked up and totally didn't remember me again.
I don't. Do they
like the
not remember
universe.
you, or is that a bullshit thing people do to give off the air of power and importance?
oh well, Mark Maron does it to me every time I've ever
Does
seen
he?
him. Yeah, 100 times in a row.
Do you think he's doing it on purpose?
Oh, 100.
but is he joking or is he not?
No. He hates me.
Why does he hate you?
Well, because the way I look and the way I talk and my optimism.
Because you're a
you
young guy with
optimistic?
confidence.
Yeah, I'm a happy guy.
That's
Very
good.
happy.
I kind of admire that. I
He's a
wonder.
tall, good-looking, confident guy. I
I've
guess.
got
No, I'm not. But I'm trying to
Nice.
learn. Oh,
What?
oh, come on, Jim. Jim's a card. Cut it out.
I
None
like
of
it.
those things.
So no, yeah, but
Not
it's.
even a comedian.
That's a good
I
point.
smile a lot. That's what Mark hates. You know,
Really?
like it's like when you hear someone whistling, you're like, stop it. Like
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
forever the guy whistling.
Unless it's
by
a woman falling out of a building. Get it? That's a twat.
That's a twat.
Yeah, I know. I knew the joke bombed, so I figured twat might help juice it up.
Did it?
Nope.
No.
I
Sadly
laugh
mistaken.
even at the original part.
Thank you. You're a good boy.
Get it? That's
A nice friend.
Or twat.
I know.
That was like fresh in comedy.
I know.
Brand new Jim
Uncle
Norton.
Uncle Jim.
Why is
Yeah.
she jumping naked?
I don't know. I just couldn't think of a better whistling joke.
Marin hated me when I first started in New York. I remember I went on, I had a baseball hat on backwards, and he just lit me. He was right after me, and he was like, who the fuck wears a baseball hat backwards? The reason they have the bill, and like just destroyed me. So then I didn't I was like, never speak to that guy ever because I'm terrified of him. And then he did a show. Do you remember the show he did, Never Mind the Buzzcocks?
Yeah.
Not only do I remember it, but I did it with Wonder Mike and the woman from Berlin who sings "Take My Breath Away."
Can I tell you? I did it with Sherrod Small, Joey McIntyre, Tiffany, and Sebastian Bach.
Wow, I might have had two more I don't remember because
There was two on the other team. It was a comedian, a host, and then two celebrities.
oh, one of the other celebrities was Coolio, and I forget who the other one was.
How long ago was this show?
Years
This
ago,
was years ago.
I was so
I'm listening to
fucking
guess. I'm trying to be like open-minded.
Yeah,
and then I'm
yeah.
like, wait, Sebastian Bach.
Coolio.
Coolio.
I was so dirty and like inappropriate that Coolio after like knelt down and bowed to me because
Wow.
he enjoyed it so much.
Really?
And then I saw him years later. I was like, "Hey," and he's like, "Huh?" No memory
He didn't
whatsoever.
remember.
And I'm like, "Dude, how hot you bowed to me and you don't remember me? That's fucking humiliating."
You know, my
Yeah.
favorite one. This just popped into my brain is I spent the whole day with Mike Tyson because I know a guy who owns an autograph business, and so when he knows that like I'm gonna keep him happy, so they can keep. I'll tell him stories or joke around or drink with them, so they'll sign more. And that's
Yeah.
why he has.
Throw a ball of yarn in front of him.
Yeah, it's like, oh, if I bring this comic in,
So you're
I'll
just good
get
talking to
more.
people,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, and I enjoy meeting these people because it's usually like cool athletes like Mike Tyson. Spent the whole day with Mike Tyson. I was making him laugh. I'm like, his kids are running around. I'm making them laugh and whatever. And then I interview him for a Spike Comic-Con kind of thing on TV. And it was only like a few months later, and I'm going up to be like, hey, Mike, I don't know if you remember me. He goes, I don't remember anything. And I was like, oh, but I know, but just a few months. He goes, I don't even try. I promise I don't remember you. And I was like,
Wow.
no, it was just a couple. But I like that he does it with everyone. Like, he's like, I'm not even going to entertain the idea. He's
He's
like,
not
I've been
interested.
punched a lot. Like, I don't want to. And I was
Oh
like, all right.
my god.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's way better than actually pretending that you don't know someone for power, like Mark Maron.
You're
Wow.
convinced that Mark Maron, and he's still doing this.
Oh, I promise you. I opened for him like 3 times in Seattle. I've tweeted about it. I've said it on other podcasts. Mark Maron's replied to my tweets.
Right.
Now he's just doing it to be a jerk.
Just being a jerk. Yeah.
Have you done his podcast?
No.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, but he didn't
But
have my
I
mic
won't,
on.
I won't bail out. I won't. If he ever has me on, I'm not going to bail out like some people. And I'll
Who's
stick to
bailed
my
out on
guns.
that?
Yeah.
It's like a pretty good podcast. I mean, I don't see him being that confrontational with people. Like even Mark, once you're sitting there talking to him, he wants to. He'll just have a conversation. He's a good conversation.
Who's bailed out of Mark Maron's podcast?
I feel like there's been comics who have like had like a legitimate gripe, and then once they get on there, they're just so happy to be on it and get some.
Oh,
resolution.
I'm sorry. I
see.
thought you meant
I would
canceled. I didn't
stay the
understand.
course. I would say, hey, this is something.
Well, Tosh hasn't done it, obviously. Dimitri didn't want to do it.
Why do they not like each
Dimitri,
other?
I don't
John
think
Stewart wouldn't
I
do
don't-
it. John Stewart wrote a long letter about how he won't give him the time of day.
Oh, they don't like
I
each
would
other.
never promote your show because you treated me so bad.
I don't think Tosh does anything. The reason Mark and I became friends is we did Never Mind the Buzzcocks, and one of the co-hosts was this girl. It was a girl with blonde hair. That's all I'll say. And I had
You like
had
that?
intimate relationships with her.
Oh, really?
I'd been on a show with her, and I'd had very intimate
Intimate.
relationships with her.
Ooh, let me guess who
Nice.
she is. Mindy Cohn.
Nailed it.
All right, good.
I was on a project that Mindy Cohn was on, and she backed out of it the last minute, and we knew it because we heard beep, beep, beep.
Whoa, body shaming not okay in this studio.
We don't like that.
No.
No.
I like
Hey,
We've changed
whoa.
our image. We don't do that.
She
stuff.
may be the mayor of Pig City, but there's no need to make noises.
We don't.
Mayor of Big City.
But we don't objectify.
it.
Yeah, we don't do that on this program.
No.
So I get to the set. Big J and Kurt Metzger are the writers.
Oof,
Are the
where did they
writers
shoot it
on
in
the
fucking Philadelphia? Yuck.
And Kurt comes up and he goes, "Yo, I heard you hooked up with Daphne." And I go, "Oh, I just said her name." I
You're
heard
a
you hooked
terrible
up-
secret
You
keeper.
didn't make up that name, right?
I made up a name. Her real
Did
name
you?
was Jennifer. So
It's actually, I think it was Daphne.
it's Daphne Brogdon. And so,
Now first and last.
I never heard of her.
she was on the X show with me for like 4 years or 2 years, whatever.
Okay.
And so he goes, "I heard you hooked up with Daphne." I said, yeah. I go, "Why?" And he goes, "She's a co-host." I went, "Are you serious?" And he goes, Kurt Metzger goes, "Give me 2 seconds." And then he comes back and he goes, "Can we all talk to you in Mark Maron's office, please?" And I go, "Sure." And Maron and I, though I've not spoken to him at all since he made fun of me. And Maron goes, What's up, Bert? How you doing?" I said, "Good." And he goes, "Shut the door behind you." And I shut the door and he goes, "I heard you fucked around with Daphne." And I was like, "I did." And he goes, "Tell me a story." And so I told him a really good story. And I've been cool with him ever since.
Because you fucked Daphne Brogdon?
Yeah. I didn't fuck her. I didn't fuck her, but
You said it was very intimate.
yeah. Well, whatever. Jim.
Yeah.
Sam.
My
I mean,
name's
Sam.
Sam.
Yeah.
Sam, let's not get into the intimates of what happened to me and Daphne.
Yeah, but if
Well,
it- how-
Mark likes a story. We like a story.
Okay.
You know?
How
what
intimate
happened?
could it be if you weren't inside of her?
Exactly.
Okay, but just because you're inside someone doesn't mean you fuck them.
I bet I know what happened.
Oh, so just a blowjob.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's inside her heart and mind. He was inside her heart
No,
and
no.
her spirit.
Just mouth stuff?
Just Sam, let's not do this. I'm
Did you
changing
treat
my
her
branding,
mouth like a-
Sam.
did you treat
I
her-
used to be old honest Bert. Now I'm
Did you treat her mouth like a fleshlight?
Yeah, it was
I
it
don't know
just did you just
it was I'll tell you what, the very
blowies?
what are we in Australia?
That's my favorite.
We were in the first lunch. My business manager,
What was
my manager, and my agent show up to lunch on set, and they're like, "First rule of TV: don't shit where you eat." I was like, "I'm already hooking up with one of my producers and my co-host," and they're like, "Whoa, this is bad."
Yeah.
So that's
Like, what if you shit and then the eating comes? Like, then you start to have to eat.
Sure.
there, you
What
know?
if that makes you hungry?
I only like shitting where I eat. That's
Exactly.
my favorite. Is fucking around with people on the crew.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
you're around them.
Oh,
my
it's so
You've
much
won
fun.
them over with
Yeah.
your talent.
If I'm on a fucking set and there's a fucking lady cleaning out the toilets with a mop, I'm fucking right in there.
You're in.
Yeah, I love it.
Did she
Yeah.
marry Dr. Oz?
Who? Daphne Brogdon?
Yeah.
No, she married a guy a very popular restaurateur.
Oh. She's married though now and you had your penis just in her mouth. Just in her mouth. We're saying that because we don't want it in her vagina.
Why are you pointing at a pussy? Did you look at vagina?
No.
Why are you holding your nose?
We say
No.
So you didn't use your mouth on her vagina, just your penis.
No, I did do that too. But
Yeah.
listen, this is a long time ago. We were
Right.
kids. We were kids.
Right. It's a different world back then when you had oral and vaginal sex with her.
I never had vaginal sex with her.
Did you toy with the hiney?
No, I used to have a thing where I would put it in and then go, "I can't do this."
Did you toy with the
What?
hiney?
That's the worst.
Why'd
I
you
know.
do that?
I don't know because I like.
'Cause you
I
find
couldn't
it-
stop myself.
and
But
you
then
find
I'd
it
be like, "Come on, Bert."
You want to do it, but you don't want the obligation afterwards. So if you stop it before you come, somehow
Yeah.
you feel like, okay, now she
Oh,
can't
I did
expect
the right
anything.
thing.
Yeah.
No, but if it was inside, it still counts.
Sure. You crossed the plane. You broke the plane, as Jim Florentine would say.
I broke the plane.
It's
then.
getting the ball across the plane. All you got to do is put
You
the
did.
helmet in.
Oh, let's just say I was getting held at the 1 yard line,
Uh-huh.
and I stuck the ball over the line.
Okay.
That's definitely rape.
No.
The way
you
She
just
wasn't- no,
described
wait,
it
without
I came
permission?
out
Do you not
wrong.
know how football
She wasn't
works? That's
stopping me. She wasn't
definitely-
stopping
Yeah.
me.
You were
my own
held at
players.
the one.
My own players were holding me back. Okay, it was a punt. Okay,
Was he
And
conscious?
I was in the end zone, and I was in the end zone, but I jumped up and knocked the ball back.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just put it in a little bit.
You
I
lost
stole
your heart
home.
on.
You're like, that's rape too. What are you talking about?
Did you lose your heart on?
No.
Oh, I see.
Ooh.
No, she was a really fun person to be around.
But you didn't
amazing.
go through with it.
I didn't know.
Was she insulted when you put it in and then you were
No.
like, I'm not going to keep putting it in?
She was cool. She partied.
Was she
Is that
married?
right?
Yeah, me and her met Lil Wayne and Juvenile one night.
And this is back in the like,
It was 90.
Date-
This is 99.
Now,
So
did
they
they
2000,
have
2000,
did they have
2000.
sex with her?
Yeah.
No.
but that was when they were going crazy with lean, right?
Yeah, we walked up and they were outside the Grafton, and I saw Juvie, and I was like, "Yo, Juvie!" I was like, "Whoa, day, what's up?" And he was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Dude, I'm a huge fan." He's with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was nobody at the time. He was like
Right.
16, and
Yeah.
so I was really impressed with
He was
Juvie.
still going by Little Wayne.
Yeah. And so I was like, "Yo, where's BG?" And he's like, "Man, you really know the Hot Boys." I was like, "Manny Fresh."
Right.
And he was like, and I go, "Dude, please do my TV show." And I was like, "This is my co-host." And then they were like, "Oh," they were all about her.
They liked her.
Oh my God.
Right. And you were like, yeah, I put my penis in her.
I
not
wanted-
to
I
I've raped
completion.
this woman.
I didn't rape her. I definitely. there
It's
was
still
no-
rape if you don't come, dude.
I've never raped anybody.
You think she's hot?
Yeah,
Rape.
I've raped her. Yeah. If you think she's hot now, wait till you rape
yeah,
her.
trust
Like,
me, it's way better.
that's not cool, man. That's not that cool. You can't
God.
rape where you eat. You know that's what they say.
That should be the same.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
It's way more literal.
bad.
She's really cute, man.
She's
I don't
beautiful.
fuck around in the business, but it's not because I don't want to. It's because they don't.
Right, you don't have the option.
What a great system.
Yeah, I mean, I some girls I would, I guess, but
There was a bunch of girls that when I first started, and Jeff, I would have had if I was you, I would have done it. But like so many comics that I looked up to, that I was attracted to, that I would have dated in a heartbeat, even though they were older and better than me.
why didn't you?
Dude,
They just never had interest in me. I think my act sucked.
Right.
Like Janine Garofalo is my #1 crush.
you know what I was attracted to just because, like, I don't know why, just because, but like Lynn Coplitz.
I love Lynn Coplitz.
Oh my gosh.
She is sexy.
I
'Cause
would like
she's-
whenever she was around, she just had like this vibe of confidence that I was always like really attracted
And
to.
she's crazy
yeah,
in,
that's
in a
kinda
good
hot.
way.
Yeah.
I helped her name her last special.
Really?
Oh yeah, I just saw it. It was on Netflix, right?
Yeah. She wanted to call it something hormonal. I'm like, why not? Because she wanted to call it like something. I'm like, why not just? She's had hormonal. I'm like, call it hormonal beast. And she's like, that's perfect because it describes it. She's a funny motherfucker,
she's
man.
great.
Lynn
Let's go
Coplitz
through
is
the list.
hilarious.
Let's go through the list of who else. I'll tell you who is, I think is absolutely beautiful, and I mean this out of total respect. Tom Cotter's wife, Carrie
Louise.
Louise.
Oh, she's
is
gorgeous.
Didn't even use
gorgeous.
her name.
Yeah.
No,
Tom
I couldn't remember. I
Cotter's
couldn't remember her last name.
Yeah, Carrie
But I know
Louise.
Tom, and I mean that out of respect
Sure.
to Tom. But
Yeah.
man,
Tom's
she
a
is-
psychic. Tom will pick
Love
up a
Tom.
fucking. I do too. He'll pick up a shovel and hit
Yeah.
you in the legs.
Is that
They've
right?
got like 3
Yeah.
kids, right?
Fuck
Which
with
is
Tom.
weird that he was on America's Got Talent, like, because he's not like an AGT kind of guy. Like on America's Got Talent, they always make you seem like real corny and like clean and stuff.
Yeah.
And like Tom's not like that at all, which I was like shocked that that's how.
He portrayed himself as very kind of guy next door, like, hey
Yeah.
guys, how's
And I remember
it
being
going?
like,
It's me,
what's going
Tom.
on with this?
Yeah.
I just did a thing with him at the Friars Club.
Yeah.
And I walked in. They asked. I was wearing these pants, these fucking salmon pants, and a light blue
They're
T-shirt.
more of a maroon.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
those pants too.
They're
Thank
not
you.
salmon.
I'll tell you who didn't
They
like
aren't.
them. The Friars. I fucking
Sure, yeah.
ate my dick
You did?
horribly, and Tom was. I walked out a minute later. He was destroying. I was like, ugh.
Really?
Well, he looked good. He was, you gotta wear a suit there. I should have. I was just being a dope.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 2 weeks ago. I bombed my
Really?
fucking brains out. Yeah.
Yeah, how many times were you called gay? That's what Norm says. The old guys just call you gay the whole time.
Oh, never. No, I wouldn't. No. They didn't. Yeah, they didn't heckle.
They did. Oh, I mean, wait. So
It was in front of a.
you just assumed it was your pants?
Oh no, I'm just saying they were awful. No one called me gay.
Yeah.
Oh,
They probably thought I was. They were like, we can't say that because he'll know we mean it.
Right. Right. It's 2017.
Do you fuck a lot of girls in the business?
That's his
You're a
best.
handsome guy.
no.
You never fucked any of the girls in the
business?
No, okay, so I need to rephrase that because I don't want to sound like I'm being dishonest. In the business, almost, yeah, a lot. In stand-up comedy, no.
Never.
No.
Or less.
And that's a no with a question mark because I'm going through my brain.
So many people.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
hooked
but
up-
I try to do it on purpose because I don't want them to they're like so gossipy. I just don't want it in comedy.
I wouldn't care if they gossiped. I mean, they
Yeah,
wouldn't
who
have a good
cares?
report. But
I guess that's true.
I hooked
Yeah.
up with one girl one comic in New York, and you guys won't know her, but Jim will know her, and I think it'll shock Jim.
okay, describe her a little bit. One comic in New York.
She's black.
Okay, you didn't fuck Marina Franklin.
No.
What if that
Wanda?
was with
No,
one
no,
guess?
no.
That would shock me a
No.
lot.
Wanda
But you're
Sykes.
going in the right
Well, that would
direction.
explain a lot.
You're going in the right direction.
Hold on, black female comic.
Not too well known.
You
'cause
did
most
say it
like-
would shock him.
90,
Emmy Gay.
98, 99?
Remember Emmy Gay?
No.
She was funny. Black. Hold on. Don't. In 98, 99. If you say fucking Aisha Tyler, I'll scream.
No,
okay.
No.
No, because
You
it's
know
somebody that we
Yasha Ray?
don't know.
No.
Oh, you guys don't know her, but I know her.
Right.
Jim knows her.
Oh, I
You
see.
guys don't know her.
Right.
I'm sure I do.
She's really pretty. Really pretty, but But you're gonna go really.
Who is it?
No, don't tell. I'll think of it. Let's just talk. I'll think of it.
Yeah.
Around Boston Comedy Club?
Definitely Boston Comedy Club.
Okay.
Was it Patrice?
There was
No.
a lot of
No.
female black comedians at the Boston Comedy Club in '98.
I'm trying to think. Poppy. There was.
Who
By the
was
way,
it?
I ran into her with Eddie Ift at the Comedy Store. She hasn't been doing comedy for a while. She did a radio show for a little bit.
Oh, I don't want to say her name then. She's not a public figure anymore.
No, she is. I talked to Eddie about this. We didn't have sex. We just hooked up.
Oh, okay.
And then she cuddled me.
Ooh.
We got in bed, and then I was front spoon, she was back spoon, and I was like,
Back spoon.
this isn't how it's supposed to work.
It is. Wait, she's
Yeah, it is.
fuck, man. I don't know.
You want a hint?
Yep.
Light skinned,
Oh, I don't know. I don't.
Who is it, Bert?
real light skinned.
Michael Jackson.
Maya DiGiorgio.
Oh my God! Yeah, you know what's funny? I was thinking about Maya recently because I'm friends with her on Facebook.
She's getting back into comedy.
Why'd she leave it?
I think she started doing radio.
She was. Oh, she does radio.
She
Okay.
did like Hot 97 or
She's
something.
a good talker. Yeah, Maya DiGiorgio is very, very good looking
Beautiful.
girl, and she's a very good talker. Like she could really just communicate. She did. I was watching her Def Jam set probably a week ago.
Really?
It just popped up on fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
Like those weird videos that would go around. There was some black comic doing. I don't know who he is. He was murdering with this thing called
Kevin Hart?
not Kevin Hart. I would have recognized him, but that's a great guess.
Thanks, man.
Dave something
Dave Chappelle.
Dave-
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. No.
might be
Hamburger Jones.
Chappelle.
Yeah.
No, this was another guy, and it was called Spanish People Be Like. I think that's what it was called. Can you look that up?
Spanish people.
It was
like?
a weird name for a bit, but he was breaking down Spanish people for like 10 or 12 minutes.
How did they be
Is
like?
it Mazio?
What's that guy? Kevin
No.
Rock? No.
I don't think I didn't know his name. His name was
Rock.
not listed.
Chris. No.
No, Tony.
Tony Rock. No, that's not a comic.
Spanish people be like.
There's no comic for Spanish people be like.
Yeah, or Spanish people that sound like it was something like that.
Spanish
I mean, there's
people be
videos
doing-
of people saying, "Hey, Spanish people." Like, there's just people's opinions of what Spanish
Spanish people
be
do?
like, but not
What
an
is it?
actual comic with the bit "Spanish people be like." There's probably a lot of comics that have started with "Spanish people be
I
like."
have
Yeah,
a
but that was the name
few
of the
chunks like that.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. God
So you haven't had sex with any comedians,
That I can think of. No, I don't.
Okay,
think.
let's list the ones you would if you could.
Because
Because it's better to
maybe that's
marginalize
why
them
I
this way.
haven't.
Who would you break your rule? Who would
Maybe
you,
that's why I
yeah.
haven't.
Who would you break your rule with?
I can't think of. Oh, Sarah Silverman.
Oh yeah.
I'd break my rule
Oh
for
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Sure.
I bet
And
I'd
also,
cheat on
it's
my
not-
wife
it's
with
not
Sarah
like I'm-
Silverman.
It's not like I'm gonna run into her.
Yeah.
Also, that's another thing. It's not like me and Sarah Silverman are the same like level where she's gonna be popping into a place. Where
I would date her, but I
You
don't.
would?
I don't know if I just have sex with her because I don't. I don't think I would be enjoyable for her. Like I think she's really hot, but I'm not. I wouldn't be enjoyable for Sarah.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Is that us?
No, I don't. Now it's gone.
Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah, I like Sarah Silverman. I think that'd be my.
She would be fun. See, the thing I'd like in a girlfriend, like Janine Garofalo has always been my. We had a moment. We did a showcase together in Montreal that was set up in a warehouse. It was with CISO, and no one did well. No one did well. Janine did just as bad as I did, but except she's Janine Garofalo, and so I think her expectations of how she should perform is probably a little higher than my expectations of how I should perform. And so, and I knew this was material I'd done on my special, so I knew it worked. It was just a bad fucking crowd. It was set in a warehouse. So I go back to I get off stage bomb, grab a beer, and I go back and she's in the hair and makeup, and she's standing by herself. I go, hey, great set. She was like, it was awful. And I was like, no, it wasn't. We all did poorly. And she goes, you did bad? And I went, yeah. I go, it was fantastic, Jeannie. I loved watching it. She was like, I'm embarrassed to go back in the other room. And I was like, oh, this is why I'm in love with you. Because all the parts of my personality that are broken, we could just sit on a couch and not leave the couch for the whole weekend and fucking talk.
Right.
And I think she's beautiful. I've always thought she was beautiful.
Would you cheat on your wife with her?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Right.
I'd cheat on Bert's wife with her.
Absolutely. So would I.
I'm getting through to this place where I'm starting to think maybe in 4 years I'll be ready to cheat on her.
You think so?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, at this point, you were talking about your relationship a little bit on Monday. I feel like in 4 years you're gonna get to a place where she's gonna be like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck."
Yeah, please.
Like you can. What difference? does
She'll
it
bring
make?
home girls for you. Go ahead, please.
Like you
Yeah.
were already.
I'm starting to think so.
Yeah, you were already talking about how you ask her to cuddle on the bed with you, and she's like, "I'm busy, Bert. I'm not gonna cuddle on the bed with you."
Georgia, Even my oldest this morning came into the bedroom. My wife's up making breakfast, came into the bedroom and gotten my wife's side of the bed. And she goes, "Oh, my God, Dad, it's freezing over here." And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "Does Mom not sleep with you?" And I said, "No, she hasn't slept with me in a while."
Is that true?
And Georgia goes, "Wait, switch sides with me." And then so we switch sides. She goes, "Yours is so hot."
Your side is wet.
In the back part.
By the way, my pillow is because
Yeah.
I didn't drink last night, so sometimes I sweat.
Where does your wife sleep?
She sleeps on the couch with the dogs.
You're kidding.
Because I snore.
Oh my.
Oh, so you
goodness.
do. You have a bit. You're. It's slowly deteriorating
Sure
into
it
a
is.
loveless marriage for the kids.
We have a thing. If I do an unassisted sleep, that's where you go to bed without drugs or alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I usually go to bed really early.
The way regular people
Yeah,
sleep.
unassisted. Who are you, the fucking elephant man? He tried to sleep once by himself and he strangled himself.
Unassisted. No drugs, no alcohol.
No,
How do you do it?
Like a sleeping pill or a melatonin or a Xanax.
It's
or
just an October sleep.
But I'm getting ready for October and
Right.
I'm having anxiety about sleeping. So last night I was like, no booze. I did the same thing Friday night. I go, no booze, no pills, nothing. I'm gonna get ready for sleeping by myself, like a grown up.
So brave.
And so,
Do you have a bedtime and everything?
what?
Do you have a bedtime and everything?
Yeah. My
Oh,
my
wow.
watch goes off. It's 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. I have to go to bed.
No.
Bert,
Yeah.
Quit stand up
That's why
for
you.
this.
That's
Why
why
so
you can't
early?
sleep because it's 9 o'clock at
No
night.
one goes to bed at 9 o'clock at night.
That's
I'm on a
what
show
they
with
say.
4 geriatric
Who
men
says
who
that?
By
none
the way,
of them
I
go to sleep
yeah,
at 9.
I
What do you-
slept until my daughter woke me up for an hour, and I slept again until 10 a.m. I slept hard.
Well, that's probably depression.
That's too early.
Yeah. Or you're a bear.
Yes. What are you driving a milk truck?
Oh, really? Are you thinking I'm drinking to cover nothing up?
What are you depressed
Okay,
about?
doctor.
and so I told my wife, what the rules with the unassisted sleeps are, like, let me get a couple under my belt, then you can wake me up because I'm snoring. But don't wake me up if I'm snoring or I'm doing an unassisted sleep, because then I might wake up at 11 p.m. and be like, I'm up, because I've been asleep for 3 hours.
Right.
Or 2 hours.
Well, what if you just don't go to sleep late? Like you don't sleep much one night, and then the
That's-
next night you'll sleep more.
Yeah.
If I stay up till 11,
Right.
What I do is if I'm snoring really loud, I just tell the girl to go back to her house.
Right. See, that's an easy way.
It's great.
oh,
handle it.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a key. My Uber is on my phone. Just order it.
Just do that. Yeah, it's on me. I got
Put
it.
your
I got
address
it.
in.
Yeah,
Don't get a black.
Uber X, but wherever you're headed, it's fine.
Yeah.
I would never trust it with my phone. I would say, fucking Uber it, send me the receipt, and I'll PayPal you. You can't.
Invoice?
Yeah,
Invoice?
invoice me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I got you on Venmo.
I'm not worried about her seeing my texts or anything like that.
Oh, I'm terrified of that.
So
Oh, man.
so so she sleeps on the couch
Sleeps on the
because
couch
she's not
with the
allowed to wake
dogs.
you up.
Well, no, it's just that like I snore, and so if I've been drinking, or if I take a Xanax at 5 p.m. and I can sleep easy that way, then she can just roll me over and be like, "Hey, move over," and I'll go right back to sleep. But if I'm on an unassisted sleep, if she wakes me up, sometimes I'll just wake up and then I'm up at 11 o'clock and I'm like, great, I guess to go to the man cave and just Google everything I can about the Smiths,
Right.
and then I'm like an aspire, and then I at like 4 in the morning I'm like still up, and then I go to bed at 5. It's just. It is a comic cycle, but when
Sure.
like, because I would go to bed at 2 a.m. normally and then go to bed and sleep all day, but I have kids and I want to be up for them, so I'm trying to get my sleep schedule regulated.
Can't you go
before-
to bed at midnight and get up at 8:30, 9?
My kids get up at 5:45, so
Jeepers.
yeah,
What are they in
so-
radio? Why'd they get up at that hour?
oh, that's so funny. Can I tell you the joke I made, which is not as good as yours?
What is
That's
it?
all right.
My kids woke
I
up at
didn't write
5:45
that.
because they're training to be farmers, and I wish I had said radio. That's so much better.
It
Yeah.
is better.
You
Yeah, a
can
lot
have it.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't live
let
in
me-
a rural area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna redo my special from last
Yeah.
year.
Yes.
But yeah, so they get up early and
Farmers.
You don't like that joke?
No. Terrible.
You think it's a bad
okay,
one?
tell me if you like.
Yes.
Tell me if you like the next part.
Dud.
Tell me if you like the next part. I don't know. All I hear is them giggling on the baby monitor like two homeless guys that just found a 20. Nothing.
No, if homeless guys don't giggle, they go and buy booze.
Yeah, but if you
Mm,
found a
giggle.
20 with another homeless guy, you'd be like, hey,
No, it's like almost guys like blowing.
you
each
wouldn't.
I like that he
other.
pictured like friendly hobos,
Yeah.
like bindle sticks.
fun
Yeah.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
fun ones.
One
And they
guy
found
would
a
stab the other and
Giggle,
take the
giggle.
20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got new shoes and they found a 20.
Because
Yeah.
they're gonna share it.
Let's go get haircuts.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Get haircuts and khakis to get job interviews.
I'm an optimistic.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. So, how long have you been in your relationship with your wife? Total.
I think it's called marriage.
No, like
Marriage.
including before
Marriage
the
is-
Oh, I see. Okay.
Marriage is 14 years, probably 16 years.
total.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been in my relationship for 12 years, and I feel like we're way far away from, the hole that you're kind of falling into.
No, I've been my hole's been there.
I see.
Like we were in that whole like very early. She was like, I cannot sleep with you. Like, and I was like, yeah. And I remember being like, who said we have to be in the same bed? Like,
I agree
why can't
with
we
you.
have different rooms?
2 different beds is fine.
Yeah.
2 different houses is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Guillermo del Toro does that. I mean, you know,
I'm telling you,
Guillermo.
it's so frustrating.
What?
Are you married?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but-
sleep in a
You're
bed
not
with
married.
No.
I sleep in a bed with my wife. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why?
That's so
Well, yeah,
conservative.
but-
To maintain a level of intimacy.
How often do you guys have sex? The national average is 6 times a month.
the national.
No,
average.
well, no,
Yeah.
I could say we fall in around 6 times a month. That sounds about right.
That's not
Okay.
crazy.
1
so
to 2 times a
patriotic.
week.
You're right with America.
Absolutely.
Yeah, probably. Usually twice a week, but it could be once a week, so it could
Okay.
be 6 times a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not below average. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not below average.
Can
No.
we call her and confirm? Because I feel like I can't just trust you.
If you
You're
want.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean.
I was making a joke, and you
Hey.
guys were like, I don't know why we'd have to call her.
yeah.
I'd
My
say twice a week, but at least one of them, my wife's taken one for the team. Like,
Ah,
yeah, like,
Ah.
it's not like I was really into that one. She's more like
is it
like
over?
looking at her watch, going, "Are we getting close?
Yeah.
I got pickup."
I don't like asking.
I bet if I was Daphne, this would be a lot more quick.
I don't.
She met Daphne one time.
Did she know?
Yeah, we were at a party for my old producer, and yeah, she knew immediately.
Right.
She could tell she like sensed it and was like, "Did you have sex with her?"
She sensed it.
Yeah,
Wow.
my wife's picked them
She was like,
out.
did you rape this woman?
There's 3. I've only had sex with 6 people,
Oh.
and but 2 of them.
Same, by the way.
My wife's picked up on every single one that she's run by. She's like, "You had sex with her, didn't you?" And I was
Oh,
like,
that's the worst.
I was like, "Wow, you're good."
And you don't even have very many. It's not like.
I know.
I hope if I ever settle down that she doesn't have that sense.
Oh, my wife can tell
Is it
everything
more than
about
6
me.
women for you?
Yeah, I've had a little bit more than 6.
Okay.
Wait, how many? How many?
I don't know.
At what point did you lose count?
I don't know. This game would be.
It'd be tough.
It'd be tough.
Like
Do you have
ballpark
sex
it,
with a lot of-
ballpark it.
Do you work with porn girls at all or no?
I have had sex with some porn girls.
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know if they'd be happy that I say their
They'd be
names.
I don't
psyched.
think
Fuck
they care.
people on camera.
Yeah, I
No.
don't think they care.
They'd be
They're not
psyched.
shy about that as long as you're not
Nah.
saying shitty things about them.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll play. I've never said these names, but Jenna Hayes.
Okay.
I
she's
think I know Jenna
spectacular.
Hayes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
I
good.
think I know
definitely.
Jenna Hayes.
Did
Hold
you
on.
do a comedy show with her or something?
Nope.
Okay, I heard. Wasn't she doing stand up or no?
No.
Jenna's very, very attractive.
There's actually a girl who
Wow.
thinks she's a stand-up comedian who I have, Dana DeArmond.
I know
Don't
Dana
know her.
DeArmond.
Don't know.
I know
her.
Dana
I don't know a
DeArmond.
lot of the modern porn girls. I hosted the awards like 2004 and then 2007, but I just
I think you said modern.
Can I tell you
Yeah.
who I want you to have sex with?
You know what's unfair too is like how like they expect you to be a professional also. You're
Is
like,
that right?
"Yeah, just relax.
Oh,
they're really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait.
That's
so
one thing is people want you to say that they're bad. People want you to go like, was it even not that? No, they're the best at it.
They are.
They're the pros. Of course they're gonna be great. Girls want you to be like, I bet it wasn't you. No, it's great. It's
Yeah.
the best. They're the best.
I didn't like, I knew one porn girl who I would see once in a while, and I didn't like her blowjob is because she was too camera ready. Like it was,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was, it was
Too much
like
show.
it was too much.
It's fake.
This is visual.
Yeah.
Dude,
I didn't need that.
I did a move the other
A
night.
little suck. I'll tweak my nips.
Right.
Yeah, I don't require.
I did a
that.
move the other night
Would
that
you
I
tweak your
realized.
nips?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I
Always.
tell you my favorite Jim Norton story?
Yeah.
Sure.
Is it gonna be no matter what it says?
Oh, I don't care.
You're the greatest. I love this man.
Yeah.
So I worked with him at Giggles Comedy Club, and we're all geeking out. You know, I'm a young guy. And I'm like, man, Jim Norton's here. This is so cool. And also, I
Where's
always have
Giggles?
Giggles Comedy Club in Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, okay.
He came with Kenny, and
Yeah.
and there's some great. I have different great stories about Kenny, Punk, and some of the younger comedians. But one of the things I liked is that you would tell us all these great stories, and we would hang on every word at that time. It's like 2006 or 7, and we hung on every word you said. But you told this one story where you're like, "Oh, you ever go to Vancouver, BC?" And I was like, "Yeah, I go up to Vancouver. We love that because before you could drink, you could just drive right up in Seattle. It's such a close drive and you drink." And you go, "Yeah, I was. Oh my God, I just remembered this. There was this girl that was in Vancouver, BC." Just perfect body. Oh my God, we're at the bar and she's letting me touch her. I start fingering her right at the bar. $50. You would tell us what you did with the girl and then how much. You
Oh,
paid
yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah.
But, like,
It's a good deal.
But
No,
it was so great because we were like, yeah, man, this is what it's like, man.
Well, the
It's like a
Vancouver thing you might be
headliner.
mixing up. In Vancouver, I got my dick sucked in an alley with my fine. I had $100 left. One girl sucked it for 80.
Oh.
And
This is
not-
the story. Yeah, I'm
this
sorry, I
is-
screwed
that's
it
okay,
up.
yeah,
but it
this is
that.
1990, and it was a
And
guy
you told
named.
us how much you paid for.
It was. I had $100 left to my name. I was just 6 months into stand up. 1990.
Right.
And fucking, I'd been in Seattle for a few days. I went to Vancouver, and she's blowing me in an alley standing up, and her friend was there, a pretty girl, and she blew this other guy, And she goes, I want to help out. I'm like, I only got $20. And she goes, you want to rub my bum? So I'm like, yeah, can I rub your bum? So I rubbed her bum for my final 20, and I fucking blew a load in a condom. That's my only Vancouver's. The best looking people on earth, by the way,
Yeah.
are in Vancouver.
And I grew up at the church, so like this story, especially at that time in my life, I was like, this is the greatest story I've ever heard. And he paid for it. Like, this guy's the
So,
greatest.
at what point did you leave the church then?
What church? Catholic?
No, like just a Christian,
Oh, okay.
like, you know, very.
At what point did you lose your religion?
I lost my religion in like 2000, like I was like 2005, like when I started stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
like it was like I was like a young person, like like a Miley Cyrus coming out of her like Nickelodeon shell.
Sure.
Like, it was
Right.
kind of like the world seemed so big and fun, and I could say whatever I wanted and joke about.
and have sex with lots of different people.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Porn
But
stars.
also,
Right.
I had never heard, and don't think that the church is all like great. There's plenty of guys paying for sex. Nobody would just ever verbalize that
Gotcha.
or say it to like a circle
Gotcha.
of people. So for me, it was like this. My ears were just like, yeah, that's the funniest.
To hear it spoken, yeah.
And you
So-
could be honest about it.
Yeah, but you also didn't tell us the money part until like you kind of like had let us into like, man, Jim
yeah.
Norton's getting like a blowjob in an alley. Like, how cool is that?
And then you find out how much he's paying for.
but
it.
still,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
still awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
that was $80. I'll never forget that.
You
I
won't.
haven't paid for sex in a while. No, but
Because you're in a relationship now.
yeah,
You're Jim Norton.
yeah.
He's
but-
in a relationship.
but
How much of the sex? Oh, you're in a relationship.
He's
sorry.
in
Yeah,
love
that's okay.
now.
Well, but how much
that
of the
back?
sex you had was
Yeah.
because
Oh,
of
wait,
how
Bert,
funny you are?
You didn't hear about this. When
No.
you saw Jim, he was depressed 2 days
Oh
ago.
my God, yeah.
Yeah.
His
I was
relationship.
actually worried about you.
Yeah, I was
days
really.
ago?
Thank you. I was in a
He's
pit.
back in his relationship, and he texted twice with Ozzy Osbourne. He's as happy as I've seen
I was
him.
wondering, there's a marked chip in no offense, but no marked chip in your step. Like
Yeah.
that's, and I was wondering.
He's crushing right now.
God damn.
I'm having a good
Christ.
day.
Wait, was this 2 days ago? You're
2
saying?
days ago.
Sunday night, I'm coming flying high
Yeah.
with a bottle of Tito's, and Jim was like you could tell like something's going on, and then he left, and I was like, said something to Sam. He's like, yeah, it is. He is.
I
into
felt-
this.
You guys
I
were
felt-
great though. It was the show really made me feel better. I didn't want to bring everybody down, but I was like, it was just one of those
Yeah.
nights.
There were these flashes in my head. I mean, the next day, whatever it was, Tuesday or whatever, when we were coming here to do the show after the Jim Depressed show, I was like, there is like this chance that like he's not answering his phone, and I have to go, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
did
change the signs. How much is Jim's money can I have?
Exactly. Yeah. Fuck.
Change the signs.
I gotta go.
Sammy came in with a fucking blue marker.
Yeah.
I gotta go check on his room at 11 a.m. on the dot. As soon as the show's done, I gotta go check on
Yeah.
Jim.
Well, I'm glad, Jim. That makes me happy.
No, I was okay. I was just it's not even the
He's great now.
Yeah, I was so fucking.
That was so
depressed.
long ago, you know.
It was 2
Yeah.
days ago. It's a different time completely. But when was the last time you were in a relationship, Jeff Dye?
Oh, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'm
don't
not
want
into
to
it.
be in a
Here's the thing.
relationship.
I know I look like this, and everyone fucking. I subscribe more to like the Doug Stanhope life plan than
Which
than
is
my
what?
image
Don't make 50.
looks.
Don't-
the old material. But like, I'll never.
You
be
should go
married.
party with
I
him
have
one
no
weekend.
interest in it.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy strangers and humans, like socially and sexually. Like,
Well, Doug has a long-term relationship though with Bingo. He's
Yeah.
doing it the
Right,
same.
right,
I don't
right.
think
By
Doug
the way,
is.
Doug's always
but he
been
doesn't
monogamous.
preach that. Like
Yeah.
he like in his act, like when he's always like, when he's pouring the beer in his ear and being like, people, they always say like, you're right about marriage and don't bring the government into your relationship. But she's getting to that age and I should, she wants to settle down and so I'll do it for her. And so it's like I'm the guy who's listening to it and going, yeah, I'll never like do that. Like
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 34.
Yeah, but
yeah.
because you're 34, but you look young and you're still good looking.
Yeah, I
When
was
you're
gonna
like in 10 years,
Yeah.
when you're like, you're not as like young and fun anymore, and you're hanging out trying to do that, and the girls are like, oh, there's Jeff Dye, he's still
having fun.
doing that.
Yeah.
They're gonna not like fun.
No,
there-
it won't be as fun anymore because you'll be the creepy old guy thinking that he's having fun.
I remember
And the
there's
girls
a
aren't having
comedian.
fun
I
with
won't
you
say his name, but and I really won't say his name.
I bet you might.
Yeah. That you fucked.
I really won't.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet you might.
And we used to be friends and partied and that stuff. He was markedly older than me. I think I was like maybe 28 or something. And he was fun. He was a really fun guy. And Zach Galifianakis was sitting at the bar.
Aha.
Said
And-
it.
Yeah, and this is back when Zach drank, and
Daphne was there.
and he just said, and I just heard Zach say under his breath, "Whew, you don't ever want to be that guy." And I remember looking at him, and he was trying to hit on these young girls, and you were watching them make fun of him. And I went, by the way, this is
What
right
club
before
was
I met, Improv, back at the old Improv when the bar was cool
In wait.
in
in
LA.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Hollywood. And Zach and I were at the very foot of the L. You remember when all the way back?
Yeah.
Went all the way back to like the jukebox.
That's right. Yes.
And he was in the corner, and I watched it, and I watched him hitting on these young girls, and I thought, Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. And it gave me a panic. And I remember like Zach. I don't even know if Zach knew he said it to me or he said it to himself or what.
You
But
just said it.
He just said it, and I saw it, and I went, whew, and I was like, right now I'm good, but like I don't want to be 44 and single.
But
now I'm looking at 44 and
ever
single.
Be that guy.
It,
None of us will ever be that guy. I don't have that story. Doesn't frighten me.
It doesn't frighten you, but it frightens guys like me.
Right.
I don't look like you.
But it's not about the
Right.
way
I
I look.
look like that guy.
It's not about that. It's about stand-up. It's about like our lifestyle, like the freedoms. I like being free. I like not having to check in if I want to go to a strip club with some strangers after a comedy show. Like and this is a very pivotal point. Last year I was with the gal, and she's a very wealthy woman. She has a home right on Malibu, and like the under part of her home, she's a millionaire. The under part of her home is
Where'd she get all that money from?
to where she's in show business. The water's crashing on the rocks, right? And it's all open. There's a flat screen. We're watching the screener that we have of
a movie that she was in.
Casey Affleck, no.
The one where
Manchester
Drown
by
Girl
the
Drown.
Sea.
Manchester by the Sea. Go with me on this journey.
Drown Girl.
The ocean is hitting the rocks, right?
Right.
And this beautiful mansion, beautiful woman. I'm like
She's an
kinda
actress?
cuddling with her. Don't worry about who she is. And she's got her dogs there. Everything's great. And we're watching
Chelsea
this
Handler.
movie.
You think it was
No.
Chelsea
No,
Handler?
she,
I
I
bet
said
it was.
she's
By the way,
hot.
I'd totally
I said
fall in
she's
love
hot. You think I'm hooking up with Chelsea Handler? Give me some credit.
Oh, so who was it?
Don't worry about it.
It wasn't
the point
Chelsea
is,
Handler.
I'm watching
Or
this
Barbra
Casey
Streisand, he
Affleck
said.
on the screen.
Is she in that movie? Is it Michelle Williams?
No,
I know what
forget
happened.
the story.
I
No,
know.
no, 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 no. I know what happened.
You're into the story.
I know what
I'm
happened.
into it.
I know what happened.
What happened?
When the kids burned in the house, he pulled out his dick and said, "Why don't you suck it?"
And I knew I was a comedian.
So
I knew I was in the right club.
You got to finish the story. I'm so
Yeah.
involved in the story.
So the water's hitting
because
the rocks.
I will tell you right now, I am not in this story, but me in this story, I've already fallen in love with her in my head
Right.
and committed to her.
Right. Because she's beautiful and
She's
rich.
beautiful and she's
Beautiful.
rich,
She's
and
rich.
we're now
She's
we're in
greatest
Malibu.
personality ever.
Right.
Oh
Okay.
my God!
So you're in.
wait, so what happens?
I'm watching Casey Affleck on the screen,
Right.
and he's at a bar, miserable. It's the early scene part of the movie, and he's just drinking whiskey. And it's the scene where he picks a fight with the guy for no reason. You
Right.
don't know what he's so conflicted about or why he would pick a fight. And I remember being jealous of Casey Affleck at a bar, just with his peace and with his solitude, drinking whiskey. And I am in this scenario that couldn't be more picture perfect. I'm with like a celebrity,
A-list, okay.
no, not A-list.
What
I didn't mean
list?
that. I meant like
Which
an A-list
list?
lifestyle.
But
like,
which
where
list
there's
was it,
wealth,
do you
there's
think?
beach, there's a mansion.
See?
And I wanted to be that man. I wanted to be the guy who's
Which
just
list?
with a whiskey, like
Th-
By
that-
the way-
that's just being greedy, and I understand that. But at 49, I've been thinking about getting married a lot to the girl I'm seeing, and I have no pressure. But I'm almost like because I make decent money and I can do almost anything I want, and I've done anything I've wanted my whole adult life, and I'm
Sure.
bored.
Okay.
Right.
I'm bored.
Right.
Like literally, it's lonely. I'm in my house, and I love my apartment, and I'm like, I kind of want to share this with somebody, like the space, with somebody who I really like. But there's no pressure. I just got to that point. So like for me, when I was 34, I felt exactly like him. But I don't feel pressure to fucking like, oh God, I'm just like, nah, I kind of miss her. Like I want to be with her.
Plus, you haven't had those experiences. You've had all the other experiences.
I've done all the sexual stuff. There's nothing I could want to try that I haven't tried.
Right.
Nothing. And it's like
I've got
it's
a few
all
things
empty
on my
after a
bucket
while.
list.
You do?
Oh yeah, there's a lot, Leanne.
I'm not saying there's not a lot of people I don't want to fuck, but I mean,
Yeah.
there's like how many things can you do
You
before
got
you're
like
like?
4 years before you're going to try a lot of that stuff out, though.
Maybe 5.
When all the
Did you
times
still
I'm
date
about
that
to have
girl?
no, but all the times I'm about to have some fun with some guys, they're always like, "Hey man, Jeff, this seems great, but my girlfriend's not gonna be cool with it." Like, I feel like it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
those
That's the wrong
little-
chick.
Those freedoms.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I
I
was
know
in
what you mean.
Singapore and we went to the 4 floors of horrors, and the girl goes, should you call your wife before this? And I was like, no, my wife's cool. I go,
Right.
first of all, I'm not getting a prostitute. My wife knows that.
Yeah,
I'm
your wife's
too-
cool. You're not.
Yeah. But she goes, she's like, your wife's cool with this. And I was like, yeah. Like, I wouldn't marry someone that didn't mind me living the lifestyle of a comic. Now, there's been times, there's a strip club in Cleveland. I think it's called Christie's. One of the best strip clubs I've ever been to, by the old Improv, by the Powerhouse. And I remember getting a lap dance from a girl one time, and halfway in, I'm like, this is definitely cheating. I was like, you got to stop what you're doing, because I don't think you're allowed to do that in this club. But like, I have a good governor of what I will and won't do.
I just don't want to be the comic that's like cheating on his wife every
No,
weekend, or
yeah.
even like. So I know
Well, you
myself
shouldn't-
well enough that I'm like, I don't want to do that.
You probably shouldn't be in a relationship where, like, you're
Until you wanna
happier
be.
Like, dude,
having sex with other people.
Yeah.
because
Also-
that's Yeah.
It's strange that people tell me, well, eventually. But, like, I don't know if that's true.
It might not be true.
Yeah, it might not
For
be
me,
true.
it happened. I didn't think it would happen.
Right.
But it's with this one person.
Sure.
I very rarely have those thoughts, if ever. So, it happens to some people and some people it doesn't. It's like it gets boring and lonely, and it's like not about needing to get laid because that's very easy to,
But marriages get boring and lonely.
I'm
for a
sure
lot
they
of
do.
people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Marriages,
For the wrong reasons, I'm sure.
The fear in a marriage, the thing that you're not like that I've wrapped my head around that is giving me panic is my wife. I think we talked about this the other day about getting another bull mastiff. Did
No,
I
I
tell
don't
you
think
about
so.
this? My wife.
Oh,
I
is
said
that a
to my wife-
euphemism for something on Craigslist?
That's right.
Oh.
Piercing? What is a bull mastiff?
No, I said we should get another bull mastiff because Priscilla's 8 and she's not going to live much longer. And I said we should get a puppy. It'll keep Priscilla, alive a little longer.
Yeah.
And my wife said very flatly, "Hey, in 6 years the girls are going to be out of here. It's just going to be me and you. Don't you want to be able to travel?" And I had panic going, "Oh my God, what's my relationship with my wife going to be like when there's no kids to distract us?"
Because you have to go back to just being in a relationship with
Right.
this woman.
But now she's like 52.
Right.
And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to date a 52-year-old."
by the way-
Get the dog. Get the
That's-
dog.
When
Get
you're
two. Get
that's
two of 'em.
that's when it gets weird if she's not sleeping in the same bed and stuff like that anymore. When
Dude,
the house is empty, except
That's when
for
we
you
live
two.
on she'll just change the girls' room into her room,
Oh,
my
yeah.
room into
Yeah, but you'll be out fucking girls all night. You'll come back. She'll be laying there like the fucking tub lady in The Shining.
'Cause she's 52, right?
exactly, all
That was the
decrepit.
club, Bert.
I'll probably have had a stroke by that time and be bedridden, and I'll need her to take care of me.
Oh, that's the worst.
Why does that have
That's-
to bring it down to that level, Bert?
That's true though, because like
No, my blood
That's
pressure's doing good. I
true,
checked
though.
it
God,
today.
I don't want that.
that's
to
I didn't
happen.
mean about the
Although I'm
stroke.
definitely drinking tonight because of
That's
your
true,
fucking
though.
story.
No, I meant the cycle, like the relationship cycle. I didn't even think of that because like we just had a kid, so we're moving. We're within a couple years we're gonna be in that place where we're together, but we're raising this kid or maybe another kid, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But eventually we're gonna get used to that, and then it's gonna go away, and I'm gonna have to remember how to be in a relationship with, by the way, this new person
Who's older?
who's older and who's changed the
And
same
doesn't
way.
do the shit she used to do.
Right.
Like fuck in the car and give you a hand job at a movie theater.
You guys are just proving my point, man.
I got to make sure to keep getting hand jobs in movie theaters.
No, you just got to keep. Honestly, the thing I fucked
That's
up
the
on.
secret.
You got
Yep,
to keep
absolutely.
taking them out on dates. I didn't do that.
Well, you got to do that.
I mean, like as I work, and so like my nighttime is my nighttime. I go work, so like I wasn't like
How old are you when you got in a relationship?
I was 30. I was 30.
How old are you? You're
I
young.
was young.
I was 29. I turned 30. Yeah, 30.
So you're
20,
34. I mean, I'm a lot
22.
older. But if you're like, say, 38, 40, and you get into one that you want to be in, then you're like, all right, I know I could do
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
stuff. I'm choosing this.
Sure.
It doesn't feel like, for me, it doesn't feel like any pressure. I'm like, I really miss this person, and I hate that I'm not seeing her.
I don't have any.
See, that's nice.
Yeah, it's rare for
That
me.
makes more sense to me. I work with a lot of comedians who just all they do is gripe about their wife and
Yeah.
like complain about all the things they can't do because they have a wife. And so I guess that jades
Sure.
me into the idea. I don't hear a lot of people going, "Oh, my wife's the best. I just miss
Right.
her
No,
so much."
but I think also
it's just always
the
the
There's
negative
complaints.
part. Yeah, they
Absolutely.
just
But
go,
it's-
and female comedians do it. They get on stage, "Oh, my stupid husband," and you're
Yeah.
just like, "Well, it seems like nobody's really enjoying this."
100%
no,
right.
but it's a go-to reaction. So like it's the same as like I love my wife. I'm very lucky to have my wife. I will say that honestly. I love her to death. I don't know what I'd do without her, but I'm never gonna fucking tell you that. It's the same
It's
as
not
Tom
funny.
Segura. If you bring up Segura, I'm gonna go that fat fuck who lost the sides of his tits because he lost too much weight fast.
Yeah.
And now when he takes his shirt off, it looks like a car driving down the street with his doors open. That fucking fat
Yeah.
piece of shit who's 5'9" and can't really stay sober for the month. Like
We'll
I'm
be
never
right
gonna
back
tell
after
you
this.
Like I'm never gonna do that
I
because
get that, but also it's not like they're doing it on stage. They're doing it to me at like the Comedy Cellar at like the table where they're like, "Ah, geez, my wife's really stressing me the fuck out," and I'm like,
yeah.
"This seems
I
like
mean, a
he's
lot of
being
people.
sincere."
A lot of people also make bad choices.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of comics make really bad choices with who they marry.
Right. And they want to fit into like, even though, like you said, the comic lifestyle is not a societal norm.
Sure.
So they still want to try to fit into that societal norm.
Sure.
And if you really broke it down to them, they probably knew from the beginning
It was
that this was not a thing.
bad
Like
yeah.
when I got married, there was no part. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't like, oh my God, this.
Can
is
I
gonna
do
be-"
this?
Right.
Yeah.
No, it was like, yeah, of course. I wouldn't have asked her to marry me if I didn't want to get married.
I
you know?
cried at my wedding. Like when
Oh.
she walked down the aisle, I started crying, and
Uh,
she wasn't, and
You
she
strike
got
me as a
uncomfortable.
sweet guy who like cries at like Pixar movies. And shit,
But
though.
your wife.
I do.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's the
I
thing,
cried
so-
at the movie.
You
with
better
the,
cry for your
with
wife
the
when
U.S.
she's walking
hockey
out.
team. Time Traveler's Wife. I've cried at a lot of fucking movies.
But your.
Yeah, Jungle Fever.
Your wife,
American History X.
your wife did not cry.
No, she got so uncomfortable.
She should've.
I was crying that she was like, "Stop fucking crying."
Awesome.
She got up to the thing where we stand next to each other. She goes, "Take a breath and
Yes.
pull it together,"
Yes.
because her family's all rednecks.
She's like, "You're stealing
so
my
they,
thunder."
They saw this fucking
Pussy.
Bert Lahr looking queer.
Yeah, the show.
Bert Lahr looking queer. Is poontanging around with those show folk fags.
Greatest comedy performance ever
No questions asked.
is fucking Gleason and Smoking the Bandit. Nothing is better than that.
So
ever.
you're this show business pussy
Yeah.
that's up on there crying, and your wife is like, "This isn't the show that we want to put on for these people right
And
now."
my best friend, my buddy Croy, asked me to pick up his tuxedo and that same day in Carrollton, Georgia. And so I went in and I said, "Hey, what pants do you have? What's the shortest inseam you have with pants?" And they said, "We have like a size 24, 36, or 32. I was like, "Give me those." So Croy was standing next to me with his pants up to his shins, and I'm sobbing, crying, and they're like, "I do not know what this fucking..." Yeah.
That's his friend.